Picture the last time you walked through the grocery store. You went down the baking aisle for flour or sugar, and you walked right past a little box that costs about $1. You have walked past it 100 times without a second look. And that same week, or maybe the month before, you stood over a sink that drained slow, or you caught that sour funk drifting up out of the kitchen drain. So you either poured in some harsh chemical from under the sink, or you started thinking about who you could call. I have been a plumber for 35 years. I have taken apart more drain lines than I could ever count, and I have seen what builds up inside them. So let me tell you something that no supply house and no drain cleaning outfit is ever going to put on a billboard. That $1 box you keep walking past is the single cheapest and most honest piece of pipe maintenance you will ever buy. It is not a rescue, and it is not a miracle. It is something quieter and better than that. Stick with me, because there is a second version of this routine that reaches a part of your pipe the water never even touches, and hardly anyone bothers to use it. Let me name what is actually going on in your house first, because that matters before I hand you any routine. When a drain starts running slow or smelling off, it almost never happens overnight. What is happening is that the inside wall of your pipe is slowly getting coated. In the kitchen, it is grease and fat and little bits of food. In the bathroom, it is soap scum, hair, and a living layer of bacteria we call biofilm, which is just a fancy word for that slimy film that grows on anything wet and neglected. That coating gets thicker a little at a time. The drain does not clog all at once. It closes down like a straw someone is slowly pinching shut. And this is the part that matters. By the time water is standing in your sink, that buildup has been forming for months. The clog is the last chapter, not the first. And that is exactly the gap where a $1 box does its best work. So what is baking soda, and why does an old plumber keep a bag of it on the truck? In plain terms, it is sodium bicarbonate, which is just a mild base. A base is the opposite of an acid on the scale, and that one fact does most of the heavy lifting here. It works on two problems at once, odor and grease, and it does both without eating your pipes the way the harsh stuff does. Start with the smell, because that is what drives people crazy. A lot of drain odor is acidic. It comes from bacteria breaking down food and organic gunk, and those byproducts sit on the sour end of the scale. Baking soda does not cover that smell up like a scented gel does. It actually neutralizes it. Think of it like this. An acid and a base cancel each other out. So instead of spraying perfume over a garbage smell, you are removing the sour chemistry that makes the smell in the first place. That is the difference between hiding a problem and handling it. Now the grease. This is where folks underestimate that little box. Baking soda is mildly abrasive, so at the grain level it works like the gentlest scouring powder you can imagine, scrubbing at the coating without scratching the pipe. But it does something chemical too. When it meets fats and grease in warm water, it nudges part of that grease toward becoming something closer to a soft soap that rinses away instead of clinging. Plumbers have a $10 word for that, saponification. But in plain English, it just means the grease starts behaving more like soap and less like glue. Loosen the glue a little every week, and it never gets the chance to build into a wall. Now before I give you the routine, let me tell you why I want you reaching for that dollar box instead of the harsh liquid cleaners under your sink. Those bottles work by creating a strong chemical reaction that heats up right there inside the pipe. On plastic pipe, that heat can soften and warp a joint over time. On older metal pipe, the caustic stuff eats at the walls and speeds up the corrosion that is already happening. And the catch is this. Even when one of those bottles clears a slow drain today, it does nothing to stop the coating from building right back up. So you are buying the same problem all over again next month. You are paying to damage your own pipes on a schedule. The cheap habit does the opposite. It works with your plumbing instead of against it. So that is the why. Let me give you the how, and I am going to start with the simple version that takes about 2 minutes. Here is the weekly routine. Pour about half a cup of baking soda straight down the drain, dry. Get as much of it into the drain opening as you can, rather than leaving it in the basin. Let it sit for a few minutes so it can settle onto the coating inside the pipe. Then run hot water down behind it for a solid minute or two to carry it through and flush the loosened gunk down the line. One field note that will save you grief. Use hot water from the tap, not a rolling boil from the kettle. I know the internet loves telling you to dump boiling water down the drain. On older plastic pipe, and especially at the glued joints and the seals, repeated boiling water can soften things over time and cause you a slow leak you will not notice until there is a stain on the ceiling below. Hot tap water does the job just fine, and it does it safely. Do this once a week, on a day you will remember, and you are staying ahead of the buildup instead of chasing it. One more thing while we are down there. That curved section of pipe under your sink, the part shaped like the letter U, we call it the trap. It holds a little water on purpose to block sewer gas from drifting up into your kitchen, and it is also the low spot where grease and gunk love to settle first. When you run the routine, that trap is exactly what you are cleaning. Keep the trap clean, and you have won most of the battle. That is the whole simple routine. Cheap, quiet, and about as close to foolproof as home maintenance gets. Quick thing before the next part. I put together an ebook called 50 Easy Plumbing Fixes that will save you $10,000. It is 50 repairs a regular homeowner can knock out on a Saturday with basic tools, plus how to spot when a contractor is padding a quote and when a job is safe to do yourself. Grab it from the QR code on screen. Now, I promised you a second version, the one that reaches where the water does not. Let me hand you that, because this is where you turn maintenance into something that genuinely keeps a pipe clear for years. The simple routine flushes the drain, but a plain flush mostly cleans the bottom of the pipe, the part the water rides along. The sides and the top of that pipe, up where the biofilm and the grease film cling hardest, do not get scrubbed by water just running past. To reach up there, you need foam, and foam is where a lot of folks reach for the wrong ingredient. You have probably seen the trick where people pour vinegar on baking soda and watch it erupt like a science fair volcano. It looks impressive. But here is what an old plumber knows that the video does not tell you. When vinegar, which is an acid, hits baking soda, which is a base, they cancel each other out almost instantly. All that dramatic fizzing is the two of them neutralizing into little more than salty water and gas. It burns itself out in seconds. And once it is spent, it is spent. You get a nice show and not much cleaning. So here is what I use instead. Reach for hydrogen peroxide, the plain 3% kind you buy in the brown bottle at any pharmacy for $1 or $2. Pour your half cup of baking soda down the drain the same as before. Then pour about a cup of that peroxide in behind it. You will get a slower, steadier foam that keeps working instead of flashing out in one burst. Peroxide is an oxidizer, which just means it breaks down organic gunk and kills the odor bacteria as it goes. And it keeps doing that as the foam climbs the walls of the pipe. Let it sit and work for a good 30 minutes, then chase it with hot tap water. That foam gets up into the parts of the pipe a simple rinse never touches, and it does it without a single harsh chemical. Run the simple routine most weeks, and drop in the peroxide foam version once a month. That combination is what turns a drain that used to give you trouble into one you honestly stop thinking about. Let me talk about money now, because this is the part that makes me a little hot under the collar. That box of baking soda is about $1. The bottle of peroxide is $1 or $2. So for the price of a cheap cup of coffee, you have a full year of maintenance sitting on the shelf. Now here is the other side of that ledger. A plumber coming out to snake a clogged kitchen drain runs you somewhere between $150 and $350 for a routine call, and more than that if you catch us after hours or on a weekend. If the buildup has gotten bad enough that a snake will not cut it and the line needs hydrojetting, which is a machine that blasts the pipe clean with high-pressure water, you are looking at $400 to $600 and up. And if grease and corrosion have eaten a section of pipe to where it has to come out and be replaced, now you are into real money in a hole in the wall or the floor to get at it. I want you to sit with that gap for a second. $1 of prevention on the shelf against a few $100s of rescue with a truck in your driveway. Over the life of a house, staying ahead of it with the cheap habit instead of paying for the expensive emergency is the difference of thousands of dollars. That is not a sales pitch. That is just the arithmetic I've watched play out in hundreds of homes. And I will be fair about the chemical bottles since folks always ask. Yes, a jug of the harsh stuff is only a few dollars, cheaper up front than a service call. But you are trading a few dollars now for a shorter life on your pipes and a clog that keeps coming back. The baking soda habit costs about the same for each use and does not carry that hidden bill down the road. Cheap that protects the pipe beats, cheap that punishes it. Now let me be the honest guy here and tell you the trade-offs, because anybody who tells you baking soda fixes everything is selling you something. This routine is maintenance. It is prevention. It is not a rescue tool for a drain that is already fully blocked with water standing in the sink. If you have got standing water that will not go down, the baking soda will just sit in that water and do very little, because it cannot reach the coating it needs to work on. In that situation, you stop, you grab a plunger or a hand snake, and you clear the blockage first. Then you go back to the cheap habit to keep it from coming back. A few more limits worth knowing. Baking soda will not dissolve a solid clog, and it will not touch tree roots that have grown into an outside sewer line. Those are real repairs that need real tools. And one safety rule I want you to burn into memory. If you have already poured a commercial chemical drain cleaner down there, do not go dumping other things in on top of it. Those chemicals can react, and the last thing you want is a caustic mix bubbling back up at your face. Give it time and plenty of water first, or better yet, do not use the harsh stuff at all and let the cheap habit do the work. Let me hit the common problems people run into, because knowing the fix is what keeps you from overpaying. First one, the smell keeps coming back, even though you are doing the routine. 9 times out of 10, that is not the drain, it is the overflow hole, that little opening near the top of the sink basin that keeps it from spilling over. Gunk grows in there too, and no amount of flushing the main drain will touch it. I will come back to that one in a minute, because it is the bonus. Second problem. Your kitchen has a garbage disposal and it stinks no matter what. The disposal has splash guards and grooves that trap food, and pouring anything straight down does not scrub those. For that one, run the disposal with cold water, then drop in some baking soda and let it sit, and give the rubber guard a scrub with an old brush. Third, you have old galvanized steel pipe, the gray metal kind common in houses built before the 1960s. Those pipes get rough and narrow with rust on the inside, and while the baking soda habit still helps with grease and smell, it will not fix a pipe that is corroding shut. If a metal drain line keeps backing up no matter what you do, that is a pipe telling you its days are numbered, and that is a real conversation with a plumber, not a powder problem. So how do you know which situation you are in? Let me give you a plain decision framework you can run in your head at the sink. If the water still drains but it is getting lazy, or you smell something sour, that is prevention territory, and the baking soda routine is exactly right. If the water is fully standing and will not move, that is a blockage, and you clear it first, with a plunger or a snake before any powder goes in. And if you have cleared it, kept up the habit, and a drain still keeps backing up on you again and again, that is not a maintenance issue anymore. That is a pipe or a line problem, and it is worth paying for a real diagnosis before you throw good money at bad guesses. Prevention, then clearing, then repair. In that order every time. I have watched homeowners skip straight to panic and pay for a big repair when a plunger and a new weekly habit would have handled it. And I have watched folks keep dumping powder into a line that was corroded shut, wasting weeks on a pipe that needed replacing. Matching the fix to the real problem is how you stop handing your money to the wrong solution. And now the bonus, the one that solves that stubborn smell that will not quit. Go find the overflow hole on your bathroom sink, that little opening up near the rim. Take a heaping tablespoon of baking soda and work it into that hole, then follow it with a small pour of the peroxide right into the same opening. Let it foam in there and sit, then flush it. That hidden channel is where a shocking amount of odor lives, and cleaning the main drain forever without touching it is why people swear their sink still smells. Hit both, and the smell actually leaves. The one lesson I most want you to walk away with is simple. The word forever is not about one magic pour that fixes your pipes for good. Nothing does that. Forever is about the calendar. It is the person who spends 2 minutes a week and 30 minutes a month keeping a pipe clean, versus the person who ignores it until the water backs up and the truck shows up. Consistent little habits beat expensive emergencies every single time, and now the whole habit costs you about $1. One last thing. The reason I wrote 50 easy plumbing fixes that will save you. $10,000 is the money you keep over the years of home ownership by handling the small stuff and knowing when to call. You can find it through the QR code on screen. And if you want honest, no-nonsense plumbing help that keeps your money in your pocket, subscribe to the Mark Silverbridge channel.